web crawlers, email blockbusters or filters, hoax email examples, homograph attack. So the first four I was discussed brief. I think I you made the explore of those things. If anybody explore, you can talk to me regarding those four. Or I'll go with the next exercise part, that is homograph attack. Did you done some exercise to knowing about the spam bots and all? Yes, no, not done. Do today, tomorrow. Time is there. You require to tell either yes or no.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So now we are talking about homograph attack. So homograph attack, I would like to discuss. Homograph attack is nothing but it uses the similar kind of the character present in the alphabet series. So similar kind of the character, which are those? Suppose if you type capital O and the 0, our eyes are unable to identify which is O and which is 0. So the another letter, please identify the difference. Please identify the difference. What is this letter? What is this letter? What is this letter? What is the letter? Is it letter or numeric character?
Letters.
Letter. Which letter this one?
L.
L.
Small L.
This one?
Small L.
This one. This is one.
One.
Number one. Right. This one?
Else.
You type
small L.
capital I. Capital I. You type capital I. This is small L. This is capital I. Are you able to differentiate?
No, sir. No,
Both
sir.
are looking
Both
like
are
identical.
same.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Similarly, this is already I discussed.
Yes, sir. M and R.
R and N. M. This is single letter M. This is R and N. By looking together, it is looking like exactly the M. So in the homograph attack, what happens? Google.com, in the web URL page www.google.com, the phishers, attackers, those who are going to make the website of similar kind. So whenever you are looking this one, you feel that if your eyes are identifying that one, you will come to know it is a phished website or web content. If not, what you are going to feel that it's a google.com only. So another example, Amazon.com. See how it look like. So this is termed to be as a homograph attack. The fishers uses the identical characters appears to be same. Identical character appears to be same. They are going to use those character to deceive the targeted person. These are the techniques: homograph attack, phishing, spear phishing, whale phishing, several other phishing types what we discussed, web crawlers, right? So those kind of are things mainly intended to identity theft. Say you are unable to identify by bare hand. If I give the comparative websites here, you might be able to identify the difference. Suppose only just directly if I type this one, most of the unknown users, usually the computer science student might, they know little thing about cyber security, they can going to identify these kind of sites. But the normal people who don't know how to use the phones or the browsing content, so definitely they are the prey of the fishers or fraudsters, right? These are termed to be as a homograph attack. Okay. So last class we have seen about different kinds of fishing methods of fishing: dragnet, rod reel, and lobster stop, lobster pot, and gill net. Now today we're going to learn about fishing techniques. So those are the methods. One of the method is going to be adopted in these fishing techniques. So phishing techniques, one is URL manipulation. URL manipulation. Just now I shown you, if this is the URL in the web browser, if this is the URL in the web browser, actually what I typed in the URL bar, what I typed, ARNAZON, but browser corrected that URL and redirected to the original site. It may be original or it may be a spoofed site also, spoofed website also. So attacker going to gain the identity of a person by providing these kind of spoofed website. Usually if you log in directly by using Amazon, so I'm using one more browser to compare. So previously I was used a www.arnazon, looking like Amazon. By bare eyes you are unable to identify them. So browser correcting that URL what I typed and resending to the site, original site. Either it is original or duplicate, we don't know. How to identify it? By opening the another new tab, by typing the proper web ID of that original site. By comparing these two, you are come to know that whether even though after typing wrong web address, it is able to redirect it to the original by the correction of browser. By comparing these two, you will understand that it is redirected to the right or wrong. Here it is the case, it is a right website. In this way, you can identify whether it is phished or spoofed website or not. So another example, some www.abcbank.com. If it is original, then instead of just by adding one bank1.com or abc by leaving some underscore or dat bank1bank.com, so URL manipulation, the phishers are going to do the URL manipulation by injecting the scripting code, in the URL web link. Okay, this is the one of the technique of phishers to launch phishing attacks. The second, the way of phishing attack is filter evasion. Filter evasion is nothing but usually the browsers having the filter options. If you go with settings, it is having many filter types. Filter. There are a lot of filter options available for every browsers, not only the Google Chrome, Firefox, the Internet Explorer. Every browser have the filtering options. Here, you can set the filtering option for safe browsing, either standard protection or no protection at all, or the enhanced additional care is taken. If any faster proactive protection against dangerous websites, downloads and extensions, warns you about password breaches, require browsing data to be sent to Google. It is an enhanced. If any breaches happen or password stealing is happening, immediately report goes to the Google. Google is going to take the necessary action against those kind of websites. It warns you about dangerous events before they happen. These are all the some of the facility by inbuilt browser it is providing. So a filter evasion means I will show you. Filter evasion means it is uses images or the graphics instead of text to obviate from netting such emails by anti-phishing filters. Usually the browsers having the anti-phishing filters. Anti-phishing. See, in my case it is not available. We can embed or we can add the plugin to the browser for the anti-phishing. From that we can prevent the phishing attacks. You can check browse for anti-phishing plugin for Google Chrome. You can add the Cloudfish anti-phishing extension to the Chrome. From that, phishing attack is going to be minimized. Okay, anti-phishing extension, you can click on add to Chrome. Add extension. After that, here plugin option is available here. After that, plugin option is available. Manage extension. Here see the Cloudfish anti-phishing extension. For what for it is added to my Chrome browser? For email protection. Send and receive authenticated email safely and detect phishing attempts in Gmail or Outlook. Okay, so you can add the third-party services of like plugin to minimize the attacks to your browser, current browser. So filter evasion. So the people, the phishers, how they are going to do is they are sending a phishing emails by converting text to the image format. By converting, texts are easily identified. Suppose if the email is like that, here valued customer. Here valued customer. Today our bank launches bank offers loan for IT people at the rate of 2% per annum. To know more details, follow the below web link. In this way they are providing, for example, the web link is https. So some loan offers. So before that they are appending the bank name and loan offers they are providing. So they are providing in such a way that the user is going to click on this link. When they click on this link, how they are redirecting in this way, okay, so just by clicking this, it is taking you to the browser. It may contains the phishing attack. So if these kind of message sent as a plain text to the email or the Gmail account, the anti-phishing tool is going to identify these phishing messages, phishing messages. Then it is going to block this email ID. So that's why what the fisher is going to do is they are creating a image of the same text. They are creating the image of the same text like this. They are creating the image of the textual information, the same message. They are creating the message in message image, and they are sending this as a this to the targeted victim. They are going to create the hyperlink for that. They are going to create the hyperlink for this. Whenever you click on this, what the previous thing is happened, the same thing is happened to the targeted customer. So, but it is bypassed the anti-phishing attacks, anti-phishing blockage. If you send the same message in the form of textual format, the filter evasion filter is going to filter out your email and blocks in sending to the inbox to the customer. Instead of sending it as a plain text format, you are sending it as an image format. So for some, maybe some anti-phishing, if it is a not extended version, extended features are not present in the anti-phishing, it won't able to detect the phishing attack sent as a sent as an image. So that is termed to be as a filter NVS. Got it? Then website forgery or clocked URL. So the alternate name for website forgery or clocked URL, that domain forwarding and are inserting control characters into the URL while concealing the web link address of the real website. So the real website is that this is the real website. By appending some other things like this additional characters, or using script. By using the script, the additional character is going to be added onto the URL to redirect to the another website. So for example, it is BMSIT.ac.in. If you type, it is a original site. So by appending to the URL, like by appending some content to the, this is just example. Actually, it is not directing to the fake site. It is directing again to the original site only. But just for to make you understand, if you click on the site, if you click on a particular website of the original, if that website is attacked, uh, if that website uses the spoofed email web links or the message content, it is going to be redirected to some other site. It is looking like a original, but actually it is a fake site. It is telling you to enter some credential, sensitive information. From that, they are going to steal your information. That is website forgery. So flash phishing is similar to the filter evasion. Flash phishing, the instead of having the text information, instead of just having the image information, flash is similar to a one kind of the image file, but it consists of the actions like GIF. So I will show how flash files look like. Suppose whenever you open the any games in a mobile phone, very first page, loading page, appears to be a flash page. About the game, the first page, it is means flash page is also similar to a graphic file. It is a little heavy file compared to the normal image file. It consists of resolutions, then other additional characteristics like animation kind of thing, etc. and so on. Flash file example. See, these are the looking like, oh, it is down. See, observe here. This type of file can harm your computer. Do you want to keep? So discard it, because website previously it was connection is security showing, but previously it was showing insecure website. So don't download such kind of the content here. Just I'll show you about the flash format. These are all the flash. You can see this is the flash content. Your theme wallpapers in your mobile phone, when it is locked, theme wallpapers are keep on changing. Those are all made up of flash kind of animations. So such, instead of sending a normal text message or normal image, they are going to add the animation features, like how they are going to add the animation feature in such a way that one demonstration here is they are adding one more content. Click here, they are highlighting this one. So click here, they are highlighting this one. So some blinking action they are providing by adding image content and sending as a phishing email to the targeted victim. Okay, so that is termed to be as a flash phishing. Flash content of the website unable to detect by a anti-phishing toolbars. So flash phishing is another kind of the phishing, but it needs a little heavy process, a heavy web browser, because it consists of the heavy load of animations, characteristics, the high resolution images. Those kind of images are required to do this kind of activity. And social phishing, as the name tells, that with the help of the social engineering, by querying, by sending the false messages, false promises messages over the social networks, you are able to gain the identity of the targeted victim. That is a social phishing. It is a fishers entice the netizens to reveal sensitive data by other means. It works in a systematic manner. It is a combination of many phishing kind. One is so targeting to the individual by asking some common questions, like what's your name, what's your age, what are you doing, where are you doing, where do you put up, so currently what you are doing. These kind of regular questions. So some specialized question like what's your interest, what's your which magazine you would like to read frequently, like that. Some specialized question depending on the targeted victim. And some other questions, so which country you would like, which community wants to belongs to whom you are going to, like that. So such kind of specialized questions they are going to ask asked by the fishers. So by answering these questions, you are going to gain some points. Through that points, you can buy items in our big market or big some social, some business medium. Okay, these kind of phishing attacks are called as a social phishing. Then phone phishing, already we discussed about SMS phishing and wishing. So voice over VoIP phishing. That is the SMS phishing, sending SMSs by adding the web link to the SMSs. Click here to avail the loan offer. It is going to be credited in 2 hours, in 1 hour. Such kind of the email, be careful of the such kind of emails, SMSs. And so voice messages they are leaving, they are initiating the robotic calls, automated calls. They are keep on calling, randomly calling to the persons whenever you click on listen to them, they keep on telling some advertisement. By that time, they are going to steal some information from your mobile phone. So a few more phone phishings are there, like mobile phone phishings. Already we discussed about that. So the one more phishing type is phone phishing. It uses a fake caller ID data to make it appear that the call is received from a trusted organization. So how do we feel that it is appear to be a original, but it might be called from someone because he made the fake caller ID to call or target you. So users to reveal their personal information such as account numbers and password. There are a variety of ways of phishing attacks currently happening. It is a billion-dollar business. Phishing attack itself is a billion-dollar business. So during the year 2009 to here 2021, probably it is exponentially increased from several million dollars to several billion dollars. It's a big deal, big attacks, because majorly this phishing technique, they might use the email, because email generation is very much easy today nowadays, because it's a open source free. Many a times, so many phishing attacks happen through emails, because why they are going through emails, because most of us were logging into our credential, what we feel that whatever we receive from outside, that might be a safe email, because we don't know, we don't know much about phishing. So that's why we are accepting those email, we are opening the attachments, we are downloading them, we are sharing them. We did lot of things before knowing what is phishing. Now, so now onwards, be careful about the phishing attacks, because it's a billion-dollar business, this one. And one more phishing is spear phishing. As already we discussed about spear phishing. Spear phishing is nothing but it is targeted email for a small group of peoples. Like targeted email attack is nothing but, suppose in an organization like our BMSIT organization size is around 3,500 students plus 600 staff, total for nearby 4,000. You are targeting that group, so that is termed to be a spear phishing. Again, what they are going to steal the information, they are going to steal the identity of that entire group. So spear phishing, then whaling again similar to the spear phishing. Small organizations kind of the attacks happens with the spear phishing, whereas whaling attacks on the management, targeting execute from the top management in the organization. As I discussed, I was given the example of, instead of targeting all individuals present in the college, targeting to the principal level, targeting to the management level, you are going to obtain the much of the information from them. Like that, you can see level executives with this whaling attack, they are going to what again, they are going to steal again, identity theft again happens. So aimed at installing malware for key logging, other backdoor access mechanism they are going to use in the whaling attacks. So these are several kind of phishing techniques what we discussed so far. If any questions, you can ask me now. Have I made sense of discussion today? So another interesting phishing attack is the tab napping. The another attack is tab napping, tab nagging. Tab napping, or it is also termed as tab jacking. This is very interesting. Tab napping or tab jacking. So many of us, when suppose you can observe here, myself, right? Myself, how many tabs I opened here? How many browser tabs I opened here?
3, sir.
3, right? So
3, sir.
whenever, yeah, right. Whenever I am on the PPT, right, all the three tabs of that browser is idle or active?
Idle, sir.
Idle. The fishers waiting for the chances of such kind of idle time. The fishers, they are finding using the tools which are the tabs are inactive. For example, if I open the application like, for example, indianbank.com or .net something. .in. This is the bank page. This is the bank page. It is a general page. Suppose when you click on the login for net banking, what you observed when I click login? I repeat the action. This is original web page of the bank site. I am clicking. I am the user of this bank. I am the customer and user of this bank. Right. So I am clicking login for net banking. What you observe?
Sir, it is redirecting to login.
It is redirected. One thing, it is redirected. The second thing is new window is opened. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
See, the page is opened, the initial page is opened here. When I click on login, it is opened the one more window. Yes. This kind of chances Fisher is going to, when I am on the PPT, during that time, bank page, this is idle. During when I'm using some other service in the computer, during that time this page is idle as well. This login page is also idle, right? In this case, when I'm on some other work of the computer, when those browsers are idle, fishers, if fishers tracking my browser condition, whether it is idle or they are also tracking our click events, whether what the user is going to click, whether minimizing or maximizing or any links he is clicking. They are also monitoring through that adwares and spywares. So when those tabs are idle, so they are going to redirect. This page is going to redirect, and it is appear to be as the original page. As a end user, I am not come to know that, because what I was done, I clicked this page, login page is appeared as a separate window. So what I feel that after some time, after finishing other works in the system, when I come back to this one, directly I am started entering my credentials here. Yes or no? But that user won't check whether it is bank login page or the some spoofed website. Because when he opened, it was opened that time. Then he left for some time and he went for some other work in the system. Again, when he come back, the same page is appearing. So he will not doubt that page. Yes or no? Then he keep entering some credential of content. Keep entering some credentials of the content. When it appears, if it is fake website, what you are entering here, such information is going to captured by the phishing attackers. Getting? That is an advanced phishing technique, advanced form of phishing called as tab napping or tab jacking. They are hijacking your tab which is opened and kept as idle for some time. They are going to utilize that idle time to redirect to the some fake web pages, and your end customer is going to enter sensitive information like login ID, password, any other authentication feature. Everything is going to be captured by them. When you will come to know, whenever there is a difference in your account balance, you will come to know you are the victim of attackers. Till that you will not come to know. That is a phishing. It's a billion business phishing attacks. Getting? Why attackers is going to attack? Not only identity stealing identity, they are also going gain the monetary benefits. Okay, these are some of the phishing scams. Deceptive phishing, sending fake emails. By sending fake emails, warning threatening the users, creating emergency to click on the links, providing offer links, etc. Deceptive phishing. Malware based phishing means attachments are sending, in that attachment Trojan are inserted. When they click on the download, they are going to be attack the local system as well as network. Keyloggers through the by writing a script, you can use the JavaScript, you can use the C language to write the script for the keyloggers. So by embedding that software into a email links, when user click on the link, keylogger is going to be activated. Whatever you do in the system, it is going to be recorded, and that recorded is going to be sent at the background to the attacker. So session hijacking, as I said, when session is idle, they are going to use that session to hijack the content. Suppose, for example, if you have given the withdrawal, if the cookies are not, when you logged out the bank account, if the sessions are not closed, or if the cookies are not deleted, in that case, the phishing attackers, they are going to use those cookies which is not yet closed, sessions which are not yet closed. They are going to withdraw, second withdraw, third withdraw, because that is authenticated sessions. So that's why some bank, it might be you observed, whenever you are interacting with the bank transaction, they are providing OTP for 30 seconds, 20 seconds, 1 minute, not more than that. Why? Because if session is open, because they are waiting for chance, attackers are waiting for the chances. If you give a small chance also, they are going to attack you. Right? Session hijacking is one. In session phishing, using session itself, they are going to send a messages, steal the cookie information, they decrypt it, and they are going to do transaction on behalf of you. So web trojans, inserting the files like through images, they are going to inject the Trojan variants of the website. They are going to launch whenever you are clicking on some of the things on the website, or when you just open the website, your system might going to be infected like that. So web trojans, farming, host file poisoning, DNS based poisoning. I will discuss this farming in the farming and onwards next class. If anything else ask, you can ask me now. Any questions is there? Any latecomers? Any questions relevant to the? Okay, thank you. Any questions are there? Let me know. We will discuss.